kick-off then, attacking the goal to our left, on the ground where on September the 11th they put 4 past Tottenham in the League Cup. And in fact they've got a very good record away from home at Middlesbrough. They've only lost 1 away from home this season, that's at Sheffield United. They've already won at Birmingham, they've won at Carlisle, they've won at Tottenham as well, and they lost that free kick there on Ralph Coates by the number 3 Frank Spraggan. And an offside decision against Martin Chivers. There's Jim Platt, the big Irish goalkeeper from Middlesbrough. They've conceded only 6 in 9 games, so he's obviously done a very good job. Mills, delicate footwork again. Souness to Craggs. Graham Souness again. Cut out by Cyril Knowles for Tottenham. Oh, what a bad ball. Straight to Souness. Craggs. Ball going off Philip Beale, so it's a throw to Middlesbrough, which Bobby Murdoch's going to take. Played short there, good run though by Mills, and it cannons off Beale. Perryman. And now Ralph Coates. We thought about playing that back to Jennings, it's as well that he didn't. Good play by Mike England, and now Ray Evans for Tottenham. Peters has gone on bursting ahead. Chivers allowed it to go to him. Tried to touch it back to Martin Chivers. Now Chivers. Oh, that was more than a foot wide. Chivers and Peters working that well. Chivers spotting the opening, a really powerful drive, a foot wide. A jump by Mills, a touch by Murdoch, a whack by Craggs, and young Alan Willey there again, only 17 years old. Turned inside, what a good run, a chance here for Armstrong! Yes! 1-0 to Middlesbrough. Well, out of defence it came. And a defence-splitting pass so far as Spurs were concerned, and it found the number 11, David Armstrong. And as Jennings came out, he slipped it past him, just inside that far post. 1-0 to Middlesbrough. Chivers played back for Ralph Coates. Crossed in again, a good piece of running there by Jimmy Neighbour. Yes! What a fine move by Jimmy Neighbour, making it 1-1 with only 13 minutes gone. A beautiful cross there from the left, and Neighbour darted in so swiftly, took the defender, and before Platt, the goalkeeper, could react, it was in the roof of the Middlesbrough net, and that makes it 1-1. Peters played on for Chivers again. Maybe just a little too delicate in that situation, but it's fallen for Tottenham, and here's John Pratt. No, that won't reach Coates. Perryman in quickly, and he loses it to Souness. The short pass that's accurate to Murdoch, and the long one that he hopes will get Mills away. And Beale goes in, and Mills is there! Well, that was a mistake by Tottenham. And the number 8, David Mills, and Philip Beale was the culprit there for Tottenham. Beale with the back pass that didn't reach Jennings allowed Mills to come in and make it 2-1 for Middlesbrough. Knowles. John Pratt to Cyril Knowles, and Pratt didn't really expect it, but he recovered quickly enough and found Peters with a good pass. Played on to Martin Chivers. Oh, and what a tremendous save again by Pratt. What a lovely ball from Peters, though. Absolutely inch perfect there for Chivers, and Chivers was onto it like a flash. Brilliant goalkeeping. And Souness finding Murdoch. What a good run there by Foggen, and beautifully taken by him. Played into space, but in fact Mills was offside. But again, the perfect illustration of those Middlesbrough breakouts. Neighbour. Crossing again towards Martin Peters. Well, Middlesbrough really let him go, and I'm sure that if Peters realised that he was in that sort of space... No, there wasn't offside. No, there wasn't. Well, I'm sure if Peters had known he was in that sort of space and onside, he would have probably made a little more of that. It's with Armstrong. Fogan again running down that touchline for him. Souness. Played off again for Souness. And now for Murdoch, but Beale is there, but Craggs can play it on again. It'll come again for Murdoch. Oh, what a nice little sidestep. And then hitting it straight at Mike England. Fogan. Well, he made that look a lot worse than it was. And he didn't fool Jack Taylor. Madron's header. Pratt, Neighbour, Knowles, Neighbour again. Very neat control there by Jimmy Neighbour. There's the curling cross, and no trouble though for Pratt. Bobby Murdoch to David Armstrong. Inside for Graham Souness now for Middlesbrough. Murdoch again. Craggs has come away on the right. What a good pass there by Murdoch. And a corner. John Craggs. They do say that Bobby Murdoch, the Middlesbrough number 7, is one of the best passers of the ball in the game. The man going across to take the corner now. So much experience with Celtic. And he's trimmed down a lot in the last couple of years, and his passing is as accurate and as sure as ever. He's had a lot to do with Middlesbrough's success over the last season or so, and there's his corner. Fogan hitting it down, and that was belted away off the line by Ray Evans. From the corner by Murdoch. Beautifully struck, though, by Fogan. And Evans clearing. Now it's with Knowles. Chivers, a nice little layoff that time for Perryman, and they're not coming for Perryman, so he can let the shot go, and it bobbled just a yard or so in front of Jim Platt. But his goalkeeping technique, the elementary thing was right, his body was behind it. Push in the back by Beale on Mills, whereas you would have given pretty good odds for Spurs getting right back in this game the way they played in the first 10 minutes or so of the second half. Having seen those chances go to waste, they're just that little bit dispirited at the moment. Unable to put their game together coming forward. And here's Coates. Certainly not made easy for them by the fact that Middlesbrough really are pulling men back whenever there's the slightest whiff of danger. Here's Fogan to Murdoch. Alan Fogan again. Mills off in pursuit, so too is Beale. Yes, it's a Middlesbrough throw. Which John Craggs will take. Good long throw that into that Spurs 6-yard area, and it's not away yet by any means. Fogan turning it in! My goodness, how has it that stayed out? Craggs going in there again, and it still only comes as far as Murdoch, and he's missed it, and Chivers has picked it up. Now it's with Cyril Knowles, played on for Martin Chivers. Now can Spurs make a Middlesbrough-type break out of defence? Chivers going a long way, and picking up Jimmy Neighbour on the far side. There's the shot by Neighbour, just past the post. Well, that was a better sweeping move by Spurs, who had looked well out of it for the last 10 minutes or so. Philip Beale right up there now for Tottenham. And it's another throw. This time Chivers is staying in the goal area. He's not going to try a long throw. Beale to Peters. Over his head. Can Chivers rise to that one? He can't. Can Neighbour get in? Now it's with John Pratt. Chivers on the turn. What a good shot there by Chivers, and still Pratt hasn't got to it. And still, and was it a handball? No, it's a corner. The crowd behind that goal. Chivers and Peters are both saying that was handball, but Jack Taylor gives a corner and not a penalty. Well, from this position it was impossible to see, but Jack Taylor was there and he gave no penalty. But it's a corner which Neighbour will take. Inside the last 10 minutes now, and Platt came out but couldn't reach it. Perryman getting it back to Philip Beale. Evans, Peters up, Beale right in there, linking up much more with the attack now, Phil Beale. And a throw to Middlesbrough. Well, there's a nice little chance for Foggett. If he can get away from Mike England, he's going well, and Jennings has had to come out. He showed far too much of it in the end to the goalkeeper. Beale winning that one as well. Playing it for Chivers. And now for Beale again. Here's Chivers. And will that go for Perryman? No, Bohm is there, and Perryman was in, and it's a corner. There really is no lack of effort whenever Steve Perryman's playing. They really didn't have too much of a chance with that one, but he created this corner, and there's the cross coming in. And again, and Chivers is there with a header! How on earth did Craggs hit that one away? How on earth did Craggs react in that tremendously acrobatic way that looked a goal all over? Here's another one coming in, and that time it was fisted away by Platt. And that's got the crowd going now. They thought Spurs were right out of it. But now there's a bit of relief for Middlesbrough with 3 minutes to go. Well, certainly Jim Platt has pulled off some tremendous saves in that game, but he really was beaten to the wide with that Chivers header. And he's got to thank his number 2, John Craggs. Goodness knows how he got there to head that away. Now begins to look like the first defeat for new manager Terry Neal. Bohm again, head and shoulders above Martin Peters. Perryman slicing it here for Knowles. Knowles lucky to get a second chance. Neighbour, who lifted Spurs' hopes so brightly after that first Middlesbrough goal. Here's Chivers. And now Ray Evans. Coates. Oh, what a nice little dummy by Coates. Here's the cross again. Chivers there, Peters there, and neither of them could do anything about it. As the whistle goes for full time, and it's defeat for Tottenham, and those 2 breakaway goals for Middlesbrough. A good, solid team performance by Jack Charlton's team, with goals by Mills and Armstrong for Middlesbrough, one by Jimmy Neighbour for Tottenham, and 2 tremendous saves early in the second half from the Middlesbrough goalkeeper Jim Platt, all adding up to a final scoreline here at White Hart Late. Reading Spurs 1, Middlesbrough